Hello, welcome to today's price prediction video where we'll do a price prediction of Bifrost with the ticker symbol BNC. Now, if you don't know what Bifrost is, I have done a dedicated review which should pop up on the top right hand corner of the screen if you're watching this on YouTube, or in the description of the video if you're watching this on Odyssey or Library TV. Now, in today's video, we'll take a look at the tokenomics. As you probably know, and if you don't already know, Bifrost have held a crowd loan and have been part of the Kusama parachain auction. That means that a number of tokens will be distributed to those that took part in the crowd loan. Now, aside from that, there will also be more tokens distributed from other sources, and we'll talk about those in today's videos. And just to remind you, Bifrost with the ticker symbol BNC is not trading on any exchanges at the moment. The distribution is due to happen next week for those that took part in the crowd loan, so please make sure you don't get scammed. Always do your own research, by the way, and just be very careful. Don't trust the fake admins, right? People that are sending you private messages on Twitter or on Telegram pretending to be administrators from a specific project and trying to ask you for your private keys, because many people get scammed unfortunately every single day. So just be very careful with that. Now, as always, I just want to let you know that this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. And in today's video, we'll be giving you a prediction, which is my personal prediction based on the data that I have. And again, don't always take this for granted, because as you know, with the current market conditions, anything could happen. And even if the market was doing well, again, this prediction does not mean that it's going to come true, right? Like we've seen with other price prediction videos. So it's just something that could potentially happen, like I said, based on the data we have. Now, let's continue on here and talk about Bifrost. So again, you can find the information on Bifrost if you do watch the video where I've done a review, but also if you go to bifrost.finance, this is their official website. Here, as you can see, there was no official public sale. It was the crowd loan. So we'll actually talk about the tokenomics. Okay, we got to look at the token allocation, because this is how we'll know how the price could potentially do, by knowing how many tokens are going to go into circulation and then which exchanges is going to be on, right? With the information we already have in hand. So we'll kick it off here and talk about the Kusama parachain auctions. Okay, so 3.75% of 40 million tokens have been assigned to the Kusama parachain auctions, and 13.75% to the Polkadot parachain auctions when they will happen. So what does that 3.75% mean? Well, it actually means 1.5 million. Okay, 1,500,000 tokens. However, part of the Kusama parachain auctions, as you know, were also including a specific bonus, right? Because they were giving us a 200% bonus. So this is an older token allocation scheme. So we got to include what we see here in the mint drop section, which is the 2%, 1,600,000 tokens. Okay, so we have to include the mint drop with the Kusama parachain auctions, and that actually gives us 3,100,000. Now, one thing we got to keep in mind here is that 50% of that is going to be locked up and it's going to be vested. So across the 48 weeks for the duration of the parachain auction. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, we also need to take a look at the V token mint incentive, also the collateral incentive, and the slash insurance fund. However, with the V token mint incentive, we're not actually going to see that in circulation until the product launches, because you will get paid in BNC tokens. You'll actually be generating BNC tokens if you supply liquidity, if you mint tokens through their dashboard. So again, that's not actually going to be available straight away. So that is a plus in my books when it comes to the price prediction, because that obviously gives it more of an upside potential. Now, the founders and the team, we're going to exclude those from this price prediction, because 16 million tokens are not going to be unlocked at TGE. The unlock starts 6 months after TGE, so there's no need for me to include them. However, we will be including the seed round investors. As you can see here, 25% will be unlocked at TGE, and then of course the strategic round and the private round investors, where 30% of their funds will be unlocked. So what does that give us? Well, we've got 2 million for the seed investors. We've got 1,200,000 for the strategic round and the private round investors unlocked at TGE, okay? Then we have the marketing fund as well, 3%, 2.4 million allocated to the marketing fund, and there's no vesting. If you note here, there's no vesting period. With the mint drop, there is a vesting period because this is not getting included, right? Or maybe there is no vesting period with the mint drop either, because we got to remember that the extra 100,000 that we have are associated with the actual bonus. Okay, remember that referral bonus I was telling you about when you were using my referral link, if you are using it? So yes, that's likely the 100,000 that we see here, the extra 100,000. So it could be that this 1,600,000 is actually the one that's not vested, which is the one that gets unlocked straight away, and then the rest of it is vested over the 48 weeks, which is the one from over here. Okay, this is just my assumption. Now please quote me on this if you know this information 100%, quote me on this, but this is my assumption here. And we've got the treasury and the foundation, which is locked for governance. Again, we don't care about that because that's not going to go into circulation straight away. From my point of view, I think that this is going to stick to the foundation, to the treasury for the time being. But of course, people will be given treasury funds if they contribute to the actual project in some way. Say, for example, if you're good at designing and you create some cool NFTs, or maybe if you're a translator and you want to translate the Bifrost white paper in different languages, or you want to explain the project in different languages to bring knowledge to other communities about Bifrost, right, in different languages, then you will be incentivized through the treasury, and that can be done through the Polka.js app. I have done a dedicated tutorial on Polka.js on the web wallet, so please check that out if you want to know how to use it and how to actually submit your tip proposals to get tipped from the treasury fund. Okay, so yeah, that's not going to go into circulation straight away. It's going to take some time, right? So we're talking about straight away here when they launch, right? So we're going to be using these values here. So we also have the so yeah, we're talking about the private round, we're talking about the marketing round, and with the marketing one, we don't know, right? There's no vesting, but we don't know if everything is going to jump into circulation straight away. We could potentially say it will. So based on all of this information, you could have a potential of 7,150,000 tokens in circulation, right? But it doesn't mean that all of these marketing funds are going to be tradable. Remember, these are marketing funds. They need them. They could pay content creators. They could pay for marketing, for promoting. They could pay exchanges for listing, perhaps, right? So, and also pay the marketing team as well. So that's why we have these marketing funds, right? So again, it doesn't mean that 100% of this is going to go into circulation. So this is just assuming that it will. That would put us at a total of 7,150,000. So assuming that it will not all go into circulation with what we have so far, which is the token sale, well, the crowd loan funding, and also the seed round, the private round, and the strategic round funding, then that would put us at 4,750,000, because remember, 50% of the Kusama parachain auction contributions are locked up. So 4,750,000. Well, that's not really that bad if you think about it, right? It is a low supply. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be, like I said, because of this marketing fund, which would put us at 7,150,000. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see more than that, but this is just something to go by. Now, the next point I want to talk about is with regards to exchange listings.
BitSwap is the hottest new way to trade tokens. Crawling all the top decentralized exchanges, BitSwap will get you the very best price and value for your trades. BitSwap is changing the game. Try it now at bitswapdex.com.
Now we're going to have Kraken list the BNC token. Okay, that is confirmed, not confirmed by the team, but confirmed that Kraken are supporting the parachain auctions, at least the 5 parachain auctions, the ones that have already happened, and of course all the winners. So BNC is very, very likely going to get listed on Kraken, and I am expecting it to happen very soon, right? Because remember, for other projects like Moon River, for example, which are still a few weeks away before the distribution, also Shiden, which are taking some time as well. I'm not sure how long Kala are going to take before they distribute, but Bifrost did say that they're likely going to distribute next week from the time of doing this video. So today is the 21st of July, 2021. So if we're actually going to get this next week, then we could assume that Kraken are going to list next week. And then we're also going to have the other exchanges that are supporting the parachain auction. So KuCoin, OKX, and also Gate.io. Gate.io have also listed Karura, for example, that they got a listing yesterday. So yeah, 4 different exchanges are supporting these parachain auctions. They're likely going to list the BNC token. So taking all of this into consideration with the 4 exchanges and also the 4,750,000 tokens, then we could estimate that perhaps the BNC token will likely be trading at around $3 to $4. So we would say quite similar to Karura because the hype is probably not as big as with Karura, but we could estimate it to be trading around this price considering the current market conditions, right? Had the market conditions been a lot better, then I would have said more. But with these market conditions, yeah, I would say around $3 is probably the safe bet here when it comes to the BNC token. You also have to remember that there's going to be a lot of selling pressure from the seed round investors, also strategic round and private round investors. And why do I say that? Well, look at the token price. If you would be one of these investors and you'd see the token trade 10x what you invested in, or even more, over 10x, then would you not want to sell that small portion, 25%, 30%? That's not all of it, right? That's a portion. Of course you would sell it, right? Of course you would sell it and reinvest into something else. A lot of these investors don't really care about a specific project that much. They usually want to make money quickly. So we have to keep that in mind as well, right? So yes, keeping all of this in mind, I do think that we could potentially see it around $3 to be safe, right? I would have probably said more, but the market conditions are not in our favor. And neither is this information here that we have with the price being so low, right? Something to keep in mind. So yes, keeping all of this in mind, let me know what do you think in the comments below. What is your price prediction of the BNC token considering the current market conditions? Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.